Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the S-Team podcast. We're back as ever. Joining me, as usual, as ever this week again, is Mikey Keating.
Hello.
Oh, well, that's great, Mikey. Great. You could have said a little bit more emphasis.
Oh, sorry there. Hi guys, yes, I don't want to sound too emphasising. I hate most people sound a bit particularly gay, but you know.
How are you anyway, Mike?
Oh mate, I am so fucking shattered.
Lazy.
Lazy, the work I've done with it.
Work? What work?
It's a fair point.
What work, child? You're sitting behind a desk going, meh, meh, meh.
It's actually not that easy.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna go, meh, 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 meh. But, before we start, I'm just gonna say, we've got a good podcast for you today.
No death involved this week, guys.
Oh, well,
Oh, fuck's sake.
it's more of a tribute rather than anything else.
Why?
I'll get to it.
No
I just
death.
wanted to say this though, and I don't know if you'll know this, but next week there is no podcast. Now I bet you people are probably wondering, hang on a minute, why is this? Let me just explain before you interrupt.
Sorry, you heard it here, guys. This thing in front of me has just stated there's no podcast next week.
There will be the week after. Don't worry, it's not going away. It's just.
Let's start a riot.
Do you want to know why? It's because
You're...
before people start going, oh, why don't you just like? So let me just say, Saturday we can't.
We're busy.
We can't because you're busy and I'm doing stuff. Sunday's Father's Day,
Yeah.
and I know probably some other people thinking, oh, why don't you just do it during the week? Well, we work during the week.
Well, like we say,
can't
work.
stay-
Jack works daily. I sleep.
You sleep daily. I mean,
Start
we
to.
can't- but I have got something planned to be uploaded next weekend. That is part of the ongoing plan that we're going to be expanding into. So we won't be completely gone. There's a bee. I'm telling you, there's a bee's nest somewhere, literally round here.
I found
because they keep flying into
Hey,
my
I
room.
found some stuff in the kitchen last night. Let's make a drink. I like, just looked down, as you do, just generally look down sometimes on the floor. There's a fucking slug just sitting there, like. I was like, oh, fuck, okay. So we just pushed him onto this tissue and took him outside. There you go.
And now he's going to eat all your plants.
He was dead, I think.
Oh, right, okay. So I just want to imagine how a dead slug got into your house.
I
That is a
concur.
good point.
I actually concur.
But before we properly...
Unless it was a prank off my brother and I have to see what had happened. Well.
But as I was saying though, before we properly kick off, I want to pay my respects, because as we know, on Friday it was, I think I'm right in saying, was it 70 years?
Yeah.
70 years, I'm right in saying?
Yeah. No, but yeah.
1944, yeah, it would have been
Friday, 70 years.
70 years since the
D-Day.
You obviously, for the people who don't really know what D-Day exactly is, I'll let Mikey explain because he really knows more about this than I do.
Basically, as some people know, World War II, we were getting absolutely fisted.
I'm sure we turned the tide.
No, we were getting fisted.
It was,
We were getting
maybe in that location, but I'm sure that.
No, but we general in Europe, we were getting fisted.
But the Allies were at point winning.
No. At this time, we're getting fisted, and the Russians are starting to fight back.
Yeah.
But at the time, we were kicking shit out of them in North Africa. But basically, D-Day was the day when it changed tides. It was when they were doing the running. If you get me. Unlike us.
So where did it take place then?
Normandy.
I
don't know the names of the exact beaches, but
Normandy beaches.
no, I think there's 4 beaches. Juno. They had little names for them.
Yeah.
But There was a program on it the other day. It was like,
Actually, that's just a quick point before you go into that. The BBC have said that they're going to spend, I think it's 2,000 hours of television over the next 4 years dedicated programs to World War One. So from 2014 to 2018, they're going to be 2,000 hours of programs, which is quite a lot when you think about it. I think it's 2,000.
2,000 hours. Just 2,000. Because the early for it, yeah, 2,000 hours. So it's basically going to be 2,000 things. 2,000 estimates is early on for an hour. This is the baby slave.
Well, no, because there was a whole day of it yesterday, so there might be half an hour things, there might be an hour and a half things, there might be. I'm sure they're putting war films on as well. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's not really 2,000. That's not really
war British path films, not like Hollywood type films.
Yeah, I know, but it's not exactly their things they've done.
But I found a cracking article about 14 things you didn't know about D-Day, and I think, can I go on to it? Because my lists are usually quite good. Let's be fair.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Do you actually know what the other name for D-Day was?
Not really.
Operation Overlord. It began in earnest in 1943 with Dwight D. Eisenhower made Supreme Commander. British General Bernard Montgomery, hero of the 8th Army in North Africa, was put in charge of the ground troops. The 8th Army in North Africa is a pretty special thing. Right. Event that happened.
Desert rats. That's what the Nazis called them.
Number 2.
Because they couldn't kick them out of North Africa.
Lieutenant James Doohan of the Winnipeg Rifles was shot in the hand and chest on D-Day. A cigarette case stopped the bullet to the chest, but he lost a finger. He went on to star in Star Trek as Scotty. When on camera, he always tried to hide his injured hand. Didn't know that, did you? Good one, that, isn't it? Number 3. This is really nice. Juan Puyol was a double agent working for MI5. He convinced the Germans that D-Day would not happen in June. His code name was Bovril. Not surprisingly not. But was changed to Garbo. He managed to be so convincing to the Nazis that Hitler awarded him the Iron Cross. He asked it if it could be sent to his London home. And he didn't fall for it. How brilliant is that? If we did video, you should see Mikey's face because on another level.
Well, that's what that's the work out for the eventuality.
Number 4, J.D. Salinger landed on Omaha Beach on the morning of D-Day. 6 chapters of his unfinished novel, Capturing the Rye, was stuffed into his backpack. It is a good one, and my dad asked me this, and I actually did get it. What does the D in D-Day actually stand for?
I remember this, but I can't think of it.
Do you want to have a guess? And it's so simple as well.
Fine.
Nah, don't tell you.
Go on.
The D in D-Day actually only stood for day. So essentially, it is Day-Day.
Oh.
Or I think the British called it Day of Days, essentially. Number 6. Oh, it's quite good, this one, so I forgot about this. New gadgets designed for D-Day included the swimming tank and a flamethrowing tank called the Crocodile, or even collapsible motorbikes. That's pretty cool, that.
Wow.
Ain't
that a bit of a cheat? You see that?
No, I don't.
We want any car. Looks same logo as we buy any car.
Yeah, it's actually the same logo. Anyway, before you interrupted this quite fitting tribute to the D-Day. Number 7, 1,900 Allied bombers attacked German lines. A total of £7 million of bombs were drawn that day. A total of 10,521 combat aircraft flew. A total of 15,000 sorties on D-Day with 113 lost. Out of 10,521 combat aircraft, only 113 were lost. That just says a lot about our pilots.
Determination.
Either that or the German could fly back.
Determination.
Number 8. Oh, here's something for our secret American over here. US troops went ashore on the landing beaches at 6:30 in the morning, followed an hour later by the British and Canadians on their beaches. There were 61,715 British troops, 21,400 Canadian soldiers, and 73,000 Americans. So there were more Americans on the beaches in Normandy than there were Brits.
Don't forget though, most of our force was in North Africa at the time, and plus we were also stuck in Asia. That's the one thing you've got to remember, because we had the Gurkhas and stuff. So we had the Gurkhas and that in what's it called? So
Number 9. There we go. There was you might know about this, but there was they said it took time to send reinforcements, didn't it?
Yeah, it took 2 weeks to unload everything. Like all.
Do you know why? One of the reasons was because of that.
Because they had a delay to have everything.
I meant for the Germans.
Oh, reinforcements to the Germans.
For the Germans, yes.
I thought you were talking about.
No, not us. Hitler was asleep when news of the invasion arrived, and no one wanted to wake him up. That's genuinely true.
Seriously?
Yep. That's a fact. Adolf Hitler was asleep when news of the invasion arrived. At 6:30 in the morning, you probably would be.
No, if it was 6:30 in thingy, an hour later in bed.
7:30. He'd still be asleep.
Lazy bastard, eh? All those troops were up by then.
Here's another good one, you might laugh at this.
Your face.
Condoms were issued to soldiers. Yeah, I can't speak. Condoms were issued to soldiers. Most were used for covering the end of their rifles to keep them dry. Now that could be unique for this.
See why that is?
Keep them dry, stuff like when water gets into anything that's compressed, it expands. But it doesn't count, I don't know that much. Go on, what do you
Basically,
go on? Let's hear Mike Corporal Keating's version of things.
careful, Katie's there.
Captain Venom.
Captain Venom, the perfect stop. Basically, the reason you probably give them the condoms is because when the seawater gets in, because all the salt and stuff starts to get up to the metal.
Yeah.
Back then they had the wooden, it was wooden and metal.
Yeah.
Whereas today it's plastic and metal and you got all this stuff.
Where you can go.
Pew, pew, pew. But back then it was pew, pew.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, basically, it was just like the salt and stuff in the seawater would, like, over time, like, dissolve the metal. Do you know what I mean? If with the water, it would start to rust it. And because you wouldn't want that when you're shooting it, just fuck off. Just yeah, it literally sound like
it'd be like that thing of Saving Private Ryan when the guy gets shot at like one of the first scenes, and he gets shot in the head, and he gets shot in the head, but he's got his helmet on, and he takes off his helmet, and then he gets shot in the head a second time. But number 11, newly developed drug penicillin went with troops on D-Day and saved thousands of lives. That's an interesting point. That could probably kill me without penicillin, so that's a good thing.
why you like to say that. Great, you pissed me off in the future, mate. I know what to use on you. Myself.
I don't really care. 12 flat-bottom landing craft used on the bay were originally designed to rescue flood victims on the Mississippi River in the US. 13. That's a big. News of D-Day reached the infamous prisoner of war camp Colditz via the illegal radio hidden in the attic. On hearing the news, POW Chenik Chalutka vowed that if the war wasn't over by December, he'd run out the courtyard naked. On Christmas Eve 1944, Chalutka ran round it twice. It was -7 degrees Celsius.
hell.
And in number 14, the final one that I've got on this list, General Montgomery, who helped mastermind D-Day, the largest invasion the world had ever seen, wrote in his diary entry for the day, invaded Normandy, left Portsmouth at 10:30. It's a mad one, isn't it? It's a mad one when you think about it, what the Brits and the Americans and Canadians did. You can't forget the Canadians, even though they don't really talk about war that much.
It was that last bit of courage, just trying to attempt to save the free world.
Yeah, and I think we've pretty much epitomised what people didn't know about it. So now we're going to move on. Now people didn't know obviously this week because next week we're not here.
Unfortunately, this week we can't be joined by two important members of the ST1, which is yet to be initiated, and the other one who's yet to be given a role within our organisation.
It's hard to say what Mikey's on about, but
Will and Matthew, you think,
I know what you're on about, but the Peter fan. This is what now people will remember last week what happened when Mikey tried to put his bet on the line. And obviously we all know that he lost badly. Rooney played in both games, never mind. He started both games, never mind anything.
To state the obvious, I was drunk and hungover.
To state the obvious, Mikey wasn't drunk and he just cocked up.
Okay, but he would got it.
He completely got it wrong. Now, England, we played this week. We played Ecuador on Wednesday, 2-2. Good result against a side that is going to do well, I think.
But the Raheem Sterling thing, I
didn't think that was a red card.
For Raheem or
For Raheem. I didn't think it was a red
definitely for Valencia.
But
I even know.
I have to do that because when you're like talking, you're getting muffled up by the flipping
I'm sorry, Joe, it's not like this close to it.
It's okay, But as I was saying, I thought we played alright. I thought we played better on Wednesday. I had a bit more spirit to it. Yesterday against Honduras, we were a bit slow passing the ball, I thought. We had a couple of chances. Sturridge had the best chance and he headed it over the bloody bar. He was a terrible header and he's in a cracking position. It's all well and good.
You sure you're not supposed to be a sports correspondent, Jack?
We're all right. It's all well and good us saying it, me and you going on all the crap and everything, but let's be honest. If me and you were there, we'd make the team better. It's a fact.
Yes, well,
it's a fact.
Put it there.
You know.
Hey, England captain in the future over here.
No, not you.
Yeah.
You would be the worst leader possible for the England team. You know, it'd be the worst decision since flipping. I can't remember the guy, but during the war, when they flipping, he was one of the governors, stepped off the plane, waved that little white piece of paper around. That would have been the worst decision in the world until you became England captain.
No, I don't think it was a good idea. You just want to think it this way. Because I actually reckon it's good, but
Are
the
you
FA
a team leader?
Yeah. I have been a team leader.
I always would disagree with that one. Including myself included.
Hey.
It'd be like, Captain Bellin, I've been demoted to Lieutenant Bellin. I had to think for a minute.
The fact you've actually got to think of that is...
It's quite good. At least I know it. Rather than going, Captain Bellin, and then someone would go, Sergeant Bellin.
Yeah, but they're probably... Yeah, could you be that bad to just take you to the captain's around it? Like, start getting bushes. And they'll be like...
But, as I said before...
Then they'll look at me and go, well, you're good.
Mikey's just well done, Mike.
We're not... See this guy here? We are now going to Frozen to... oh, wait there. Let me think.
And to devote him.
Let's promote him to Major Keating.
Anyway, as I was saying...
Okay.
What I was going to do is, because we had this bet, I won.
Yes.
Because I'm a pro, and I know... no offence, I do know football more than you. But that we can be fair on that. We can be fair on that. I'm joining the Archers on BBC Radio 4 this week.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you're wondering what's going on in the background, people, is that we're kind of watching the touring cars at the same time. So
Ooh.
Mikey's getting distracted by, well, the Ginetta Juniors. What was I always saying? What we're going to do, Mikey, is this bet thing. And we spoke about it in the past, and we're going to do it now. And I'm going to have to write this down as well, because I just have to. Our podcast happily falls at the right dates of things.
Are they on there, the dates of the game?
They're on there, the dates of the games. The calendar is synchronised there, everything is
Well, I'm going to have a look at this.
You're going to have a look at that. You're going to tell what you're going to do. Now, people, bear with me. Mikey's actually talking better than me today, so you're going to read them out, and we're going to have let's say £1 bet for every one guessed right. I'd sit down.
The fact I know
We don't have to do the scores. We just have to say the right result. So a win, draw, sort of thing. So we're going to do the first 2 games. When I say the first 2, I mean these 4 here, the first 2 sets, because naturally we're not here next week.
Oh, okay.
So
just these 2 groups?
Of all the groups, every single group. So we're going to be here for a while doing this. So
oh, see what you've got here, Brazil. Croatia.
Oh, I might do separate predictions, but if we do that, we'll let everyone know on the Facebook page. So that'll be quite.
Let's be fair, who actually looks at our Facebook page?
All the people who like the Facebook page. Actually, we do get.
Or 20. No.
Actually, we do get in.
Minus me, you, Matty.
Actually, we do get. A lot of people do actually look at it. Out of all the people that have liked it, we do get quite.
21 people.
21's better than 20.
Don't forget you've got to take me. So, okay, let's make that 80 shitty 10. Ready?
I've got. You know, you do realise I have to write all these down, so yeah, it's going to take a while.
You're not rich for like the next 5 minutes. I need tea. I want bacon sarnie.
Can't have tea. You know that. So while I saw. Right, okay. No, that's alright, just put it down. Put it down, they can hear you, child. Jeez, I sound like a cross between Arnold Schwarzenegger and the guy from Team Fortress 2 then. The heavy from Team Fortress 2. Right, so go on then, Mike. What's the first match from Group A?
Our first match of the World Cup.
The World Cup. Which kicks off at 8 o'clock on the Thursday.
Did he just start with the Group A team? Group A, that's really shitty, that.
Yeah, but you have like 3 matches a day and then 4 matches a day as you go into the final matches. So there is World Cup football every day from now until the last 16, and then it sort of spirals from that. So first match in Group A is
Brazil, Croatia.
Okay. What do you think? What score as well?
3-1. 3-1.
3-1. I'm also gonna go. I'd say that if it was anywhere else but Brazil, I'd go with a draw, but I'll go with a 2-0, I reckon. If 2-0 to Brazil.
If they don't win 2-0 though, like, or 3-1, what happens?
Well, we're only doing on. There's not. We can do £1 on the result and £1 on the score. So there's a potential £2 in line here.
See, what happens
if they win 2-1, then
you've got 3-1 there. If Brazil win 3-0, what happens?
No one gets anything.
Oh, okay.
That's fair. You're not going to lose £1.
My Mexican brothers vs Cameroon.
Mexico versus Cameroon.
Moggy will be wearing his what's it called, Sandero.
Can I just make a point? I have actually bought a Nigeria shirt. It's on its way. It's on its way for the World Cup.
Who are they in Group?
They're in Group F. We'll get to that later.
So
yeah, they'll get.
So you can't buy the Barclays shirt.
So Mexico, go on. Mexico versus Cameroon.
Yeah,
I'm going for a
Mexican.
What's scoreline then? 2-0.
2-1.
2-0 or 2-1. You've got to pick because I'm going to write it down and finish it.
2-1.
Result.
Mexico.
I'm going with a draw. I'm going with 1-1, I think.
I think it's quite obvious to do that.
As I was going to just say.
Are we just going down the way this is?
Yeah, we're just going down. So the first. So when you see up until Cameroon and.
Yeah, okay, from that. Okay. You ready?
So what's the next one? Brazil
Next one.
versus Mexico.
So, drug cartels vs.
Why isn't it just drug cartel versus drug cartel? It is essentially drug cartel versus drug cartel there.
Not that we've got anything against Mexico or Brazil.
No, I don't at all, no.
Yeah.
I like both. I remember
To be fair, I reckon the Brazilians was
I remember
Two
Mexico's greatest player, Blanco, who was at the last World Cup, 40 years old, and he still scored. Oh, legend. But you saying, what are you saying?
2-0
2-0 Brazil?
The way everyone hypes up what they are, I don't know.
I'm going to say... I want to say, I want... Brazil are going to win. I'm going to go 3-1.
Well, it gives the Mexicans quite a good damn quarter.
No, I'm going to say 3-1. I want Mexico to do well in this World Cup, but they've got a tricky group. And the other one's Cameroon versus Croatia, I imagine. By the process of elimination. So, what are we saying?
I don't know, I'd have to...
I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win Croatia. Cameroon, obviously their greatest ever player, Roger Miller, doing the dance. 1990 World Cup, 42. What a legend. So we move over to Group B. Well, we can predict the last two games on the podcast after. Okay. So we can wait until... That's why I said before it falls perfectly within.
Oh, mate, this is a good one. Spain v Holland.
Actually have the World Cup squads if you would like me to pull them up.
Nah.
Or I would leave it. Leave it indeed then. 1-0 Spain.
2-1.
2-1. And for the people who still don't understand what we're on about, what I mean is, and for you just in case so we clear it up, if we get the right results, so say if Spain do win, say they win,
2-1.
then it's a pound each. Well, we've both gone the right way, but if they win like 3-0 and we don't get the right, if we don't get right scoreline, we don't win another pound. But if we do, we get an extra.
Oh.
If you get one.
The scoreline's a bit of an extra.
Extra, yeah.
The next one is Chile vs Australia.
I have a funny feeling I know who you're going to go with, but are you going to go with the Australians? Are you going to go with the Australians? Because this Group B is the group of death.
Yeah, Australia, mate.
What's the score? You're a brave man.
I'm actually going to say, for Australia, I actually think it's going to be a good draw.
I'm going to go with draw.
1-1.
1-1.
I think a very, very scary prediction.
3-0 Chile for me. I think they'll just batter Australia because they're a good team. Chile are flipping.
The Aussies
really.
drink, like,
if you've seen who
for
was
breakfast, they have Frosties. They don't have milk, they have Fosters.
Do you know what Chileans have for breakfast?
Oh, let me guess.
Rice. I'm a big fan of rice, so I'm not letting you go in there. So go on then.
Spain v Chile.
Spain versus... Well, that'll be a good game. That'll be a really good game.
Spain.
Really? I'm going with a... I think that'll be a high score. I'll go with a 2-2.
I'm actually going to go with
2-1 Spain. Okay, and the other group match is...
The
Aussies versus... I just can't see Australia get...
I reckon they'll...
I want them to...
win. At least one.
Yeah, I want them to get something.
I actually reckon the Aussies will... As much as I love the Aussies, unfortunately, I just... the Dutch have been shit though lately. Like, they were shit in Europe. So,
they're not the same as they were for you.
1-0 on the Aussies to win.
So it's a good gambit, but I tell you what, the bet on that must be insane in Ladbrokes.
Do you reckon I'd do it? Just as a laugh?
I already have done cheeky bet on you, but I won't set up to get out the group stage.
Alright.
I haven't.
Group C,
Wait, there, I haven't done mine. I think. In my heart of hearts, no. I want Australia to win, but I go 2-1 Holland because I just think, I can't believe you just took it. You're such a, you are such a. I hate Southfield. I really do.
You've just bloody took one. Yeah. To be fair, though, before you even popped it, I actually took myself. Like everyone was like, "Oh, that's good." 2 months later, everyone joined in. You know, you had the old stamp on.
Yeah, that old thing.
Thing.
Right, so what's Group C then?
Colombia v Greece.
So that's essentially a drug cartel versus smash
Legit.
plates.
No, basically a drug cartel, DS, or just skin people.
So basically it's Colombia versus the North End.
Basically.
I'm going to say 1-0 Greece.
1-0 Colombia.
It'll be a tight game, that. Partly because the Greek players will walk off the pitch, smashing plates on the way. Nice stereotypical joke.
Yeah.
What's it?
Ivory Coast versus Japan. I'd like to see
I'd love to see Japan win,
I'd say Ivory Coast.
but I'd love to see. I'm going to go with draw 1-1.
You gotta put your £3 bet on that one.
Alright.
Ivory Coast win.
People, special bet.
Special bet.
Mikey's bet.
Ivory Coast to beat them 2-0.
Okay, I'm going to highlight that. Are you going with a 2-0 or are you going with a win?
A win.
If you're saying a win,
Yeah.
then it's £2. Because I'm not going free.
That's fine, yeah.
I'm not going
just
free.
For a win. Just for a win, £2.
£2 for right score. Okay, I've got that now.
Colombia and Ivory Coast, that's that.
I can see another draw out of that, you know.
It'll be a good game,
But all I end up hearing is this. Drop back!
I think what's both the Tory.
Well, Colo's not really going to do much, to be honest. Oh, flipping hell. What are you going with then? Colombia versus Serbia? I'm going with another draw. I'm going to go with a 0-0.
Ivory to win.
Okay, and the final match by process of elimination is Japan versus Greece.
Japan to win.
Which side is down? Is it Greece or Japan versus Greece?
Japan to win.
Japan to win 2-0, I think. Yeah.
I'd say, I reckon.
So you're going to go 2-0, 1-0, 2-1.
I'd say, actually, Greece, I reckon.
Wow. Score draw, 0-0. 1-1. Right then, people, the group of D. And the first team is. Oh, for flip's sake, I've got it in there. I know it is as well.
Why don't you just put it in the full
Uruguay versus Costa Rica, I see nothing but a Uruguay win.
Yeah.
I see a 4-0 win.
3-0
We're going to say Costa Rica then.
What fucking hell for this?
Yeah, they went off before.
Oh.
Like 4 laps ago. And the other one. And the other one, Mike.
Oh, sorry. And England v Italy.
I don't think Italy are as good a side as they were 4 years ago. Or as good a side as they were 8 years when they won the World Cup.
2000.
I'm going with.
Team World Cup.
I think it'll be a lot closer than that. I think it'll be 1-0. And I'll go with England. Are you saying 2-1 for us?
1-0 for England. Right. 1-0 for England to win the Italy game, yeah. I'll put an extra quid on people to score. I reckon storage will score that.
Both of them.
No, the 2-1, I reckon storage and Lallana.
I'm going to go with Lambert. I'm going to go with Ricky Lambert. I think he'll bury it, seeing as he is now a Liverpool player.
The main attacker in Liverpool is
He's a Liverpool player.
there's like one player. The only player that is not a Liverpool player there is Welbeck.
Hungary. 2 United
No,
players.
and Lallana.
He's not a striker. He's a midfielder.
Yeah, but in the attacking force, so you and they're all going forward.
Anyway, the next match after England and Italy is, I think it's Uruguay and England, isn't it? Can I just make a quick point about Italy?
No.
Actually, it was about their friendly because they played Luxembourg. Bear in mind, Luxembourg is a flipping tiny country. He drew 1-1 with Luxembourg. So, I know friendlies you don't get anything excited about, but, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, that happened. It's what you do. So, Uruguay versus England, what's your score?
Uruguay v England. I reckon it'll be a draw.
Score, draw, 1-1, 2-2.
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1.
Possible loss. It's a hard one, isn't it? If you got Suarez fit
3-2 England.
for Uruguay,
They've got a crap defence. Their defence is awful.
it's big.
They've got flipping Diego. Is it Loft?
Costa.
No, not Costa. What's his name in defence for Uruguay? He plays for West Brom.
Oh,
He's
no,
had such
Sanchez.
He's had such an He's had such an inconsistent season for West Brom. I just think he'll capitulate at the World Cup. So the other one, by process of elimination, is Italy versus Costa Rica. Sorry, Costa Rica. I wouldn't be surprised if they surprised everyone, but what do you reckon? That's Mikey's first score draw. You know what? I think I'll side with you on that. I think I'll go 0-0 because I want Costa Rica to get something out of it, and I just don't see them beating us because, well, we'll probably get like 2-0 down and then pull out something out of our arse at the end. So.
You get the quarterfinals and you got some sweat.
Of course, but all legit. Well, no, that was the last 16 when we got knocked out last time. Yeah. Good EP, Mike. What are the matches?
Switzerland and Ecuador.
That'll be a good game.
The Swiss.
Oh, that'll be a good game.
1-0.
I'm going to go with a 2-2. You're going with, what was it, 1-0?
1-0 to the Swiss.
1-0 to the Swiss, yeah. Okay. And the other match?
French and Honduras.
I think France will beat them,
no, you've got a shit team.
but Honduras is stubborn, and they've got Palacios and midfielders who could. But he's not like. No, I think I still see France beating Honduras and probably 2-0, but Honduras are still a young side in terms of experience.
We've got that.
They've got experience, though.
We've got that motivation. Yeah.
Honduras, come on, Mike, what are you going with? I can't remember what you said. So.
Yeah, France.
Score
2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
Palacios to score that one, I reckon. The other two matches in Group B, Mike?
The Swiss and the French. Chocolate's never going to be so.
That's genius, that actually. Wow, that is actually genius. So, what are you going with?
Swiss cheese or French chocolate?
What do you mean? French cheese, Swiss chocolate. You can do both, can't you? It is essentially cheese versus cheese. Or chocolate versus chocolate, depending on what stereotype you want to go with.
I will Swiss chocolate.
Lint.
I'll go French.
Score.
No one there.
I went 1-0 as well.
And Honduras.
But that'll be a draw.
Yeah.
But I don't know what score it'll be.
I think 1-1.
I'll go with a 1-1 as well.
Is this actually just your predictions or my predictions?
Oh no, both of us against each other.
Half an hour.
I know.
You got so many topics and stuff.
I know.
Yeah, we'll just leave you.
No, it's alright, we can do it.
No, you've got a podcast to do.
We've got a podcast to do, and it's the 10th one, and it's feature length. So,
So you'll say it's a 2-hour one?
well, maybe not a 2 hour, but longer than all the ones we've done, so we can do this.
Okay.
Don't worry,
I'm just saying.
we've got time. We've got time.
Group G, you ready?
Group F.
Argentina.
Wait there, I need to write. I really need to write your name down because.
Yeah, well, thanks for everyone who's actually listened to the last 10.
They'll be interested.
Yeah, it's the part, just put on Jack.
Yeah, I'm going to
Get-
I'm done.
So we're going to do a couple more because we're going to be here for quite a while.
Well, it's alright, I've got to write them down as we go along anyway, so.
We've got Argentina v Bosnia.
Um,
Argentina 2-0.
I don't really know much about their squad, bar Dzeko, so I can't really say. I'll have to go with a Argentina win, but I'll go 3-1. What did you say? 2-0?
Yeah.
Here's a quick little fact. Papa Bouba Diop has scored more goals in the World Cup than Lionel Messi. You never heard of? He used to play for Fulham, and he's a midfielder. The fact that should shock you because the fact that you've never heard of him, and compared to Messi, and he scored more goals in the World Cup, it says a lot, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Messi's crap. Now, come on, Mikey. What's the next group game? Say it. Say it.
Iran vs Iraq.
No,
It's a mate, Iran vs.
this is Nigeria.
It's not me.
It's
It's Iraq.
flipping Nigeria.
Mate, I'm not. I'm not.
Do you want me to hurt you, child?
Hit me, mate. I hate you, man. I'll cry in your face. You big disgust. You got the whole.
Josh, what's your prediction?
Iran to win 1-0.
Hey, such a bastard, honestly.
Such
a bastard. 3-0 Nigeria, Emenike to get a
I
flipping.
swore yet.
Emenike to get a hat-trick. I
haven't swore yet.
For the
Now
first
you're now
time. For the first time in a podcast.
You're now going to have to put on a thing that contains strong language.
Some strong language.
Very strong language. Argentina vs Iran. Argentina.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Argentina will literally destroy Iran. But I know they'll beat Nigeria.
And the score is...
2-1. Oh, here we go. It's 2.
Yeah, you don't get much time to read it, mate. I'm going with a 4-0 over Iran. I really think they'll smash them to pieces. What are you going with?
6.
I know, it's at the same time as the F1, so I'm watching it later. What did you go with Argentina versus Iran?
2-0.
You know, some really low score lines here. And the other one's Nigeria versus Bosnia, am I right?
Nigeria vs.
So what are you going with, Nigeria versus Bosnia?
Draw. 1-1.
Nice. Hate you.
What?
Hate you.
Oh! Jack,
What you
Jack,
was, I know, I've seen it.
he wants you driving for say Jack and he's going to do that. I'll take inspiration from Jack. What?
No, if they took inspiration from you, they'd be in the wall.
Anyone's?
I'm going with 2-0 with Nigeria.
No.
They will.
Okay, next group. Okay, Group G, you ready?
Yeah.
Germany v Portugal. That'll be a cracking game.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That'll be a
cracking.
flipping belt. It'll be Germany
Oh.
versus Ronaldo.
No, Azil. Yeah.
It'll be. They haven't got Royce though. They haven't got Marco Royce because he's injured and he's out of the World Cup. Schweinsteiger, Ribery. No, he's French. But he plays in the German league. That always messes me up.
Robin.
Robin.
No, you're on the
Dutch, yeah.
I'm trying to think of his name.
Who's
He literally has it everywhere in South Africa. Trying to think of his name now.
You're a winger.
I think so, yeah. Michael.
Ballack.
Not Bauer. Shit.
I think I'll play a Ballack.
Fucking name. Can't remember. Anyway, who you going for?
Germany.
I'm going Portugal.
3-2.
I reckon
It's going to be a good game, yeah.
It's going to be cracking.
I don't mind if I lose that. I really don't.
You know what, mate?
I'll go with it.
That's one game we'd have to watch, me and you. That is the one game we'll watch.
What day does that fall on, though? What day does it fall on?
Germany, Portugal, June 16th.
It's on Monday.
On Monday night, 5 o'clock.
I finished work. I'll record it for you. Germany this, but I think that'll be a... No, both teams will 2-1. 2-1 Germany.
2-1 Portugal, then put me down.
I'll just put you down as 3-2.
No. Ready for this one?
Yeah.
Ghana, USA.
I so want Ghana to do well in this World Cup.
USA? Yeah.
They've got Landon Donovan.
Say 1-0.
And they've got Jeff Cameron. Plays for Stoke.
I'd say 1-0.
I'm going with a... Yeah,
1-0 victory to the Americans.
from the secret American.
What?
I'm going with a score draw.
Yeah. Right,
Score draw does not go to
James-
anyone, mate.
Germany vs Ghana, I'm sorry, James. 3-0.
Well, yeah. I don't think Germany are as... I don't think Germany are as strong as everyone makes out. But I'll still go with a win for Germany.
Yeah, I'd say, I don't know, I'll still go to 2-0 to Germany.
You had to pick the same score. I'd pick 2-0 as well.
The Yanks vs Portugal, started. They were literally, Portugal will rip them apart. I'd say 3-0.
3-0 to Portugal. I'm going to say that USA are going to draw on some inspiration when they beat us in the 1950 World Cup and say they're going to do a 1-0 over Portugal. I know, I just want to go with it because if I pull that one off, you're going to look like such a moose. And the final group then, Mike?
Belgium vs the North End.
Well, to be honest with you, some of the North End players are quite good round here. So. Sorry, who are they actually playing, Mike?
Oh, Algeria.
Algeria, bloody hell, that's a good team. I don't even get that. But
You are, I'm sure.
Belgium versus Algeria, Sponge.
Belgium. 2-1.
They've got a good team. I'll go with draw. I don't think Algeria is as strong as they once were, but they're still a good side. Next match, Mike, before you get distracted by a sayer. This is you in this advert, sorry. This is me, there's you. You are the American out of the two of us. Enterprise, we'll pick you up!
Sorry, I'm the lanky fella, you're the short one.
Enterprise, we'll pick you up! Explosions, that's so you. So sorry, Mikey.
Get one.
What are you going to go?
Russia.
Wait, what was the match again? Sorry.
Russia and South Korea.
I want South Korea to win,
Russia won.
but I have a funny feeling you might be right. So I'll go with South Korea to win 2-1. Mine's just like not going through me clothes and stuff, you know, just randomly.
What? Belgium v Russia. Belgium 1-0.
Oh, are you going with the score for Belgium and Russia, sorry?
1-0 to the Belgium.
I see a draw being played out there. Mikey, what's the last match?
South Korea and Algeria.
Korea to win now.
Algeria.
1-0.
1-0, did you say for Algeria?
Yeah.
I'm going with... Oh, 2-0 for South Korea. Yeah, I'll go with 2-0 for South Korea. And that, people, is our World Cup predictions. Which you'll be hearing Mikey cry over in the 2 weeks' time because he's got most wrong. But that's I think that I don't know if that. Way done, Jack. Well done, Jack.
Yes.
But that is essentially our welcome predictions. We'll put them down on the thing. We'll put them on the Facebook page if anyone's bothered. You know what I mean? Just before I quickly round off.
What do you mean round off?
Sorry, quickly round off onto. Actually, I've got something on football and other things.
Yeah.
Local, though.
We've done 20 minutes on football. Can we do something more like that affects the world in a more positive way? It does.
I've got some more stories, don't worry.
How does football, like, be positive? Just listen to me though, right? You look at it this way. There's more people starving and homeless, yet in Brazil they're spending more money on the World Cup, right? And the other thing that they're spending money that was supposed to be for people in like the favela and stuff, for like money so they can live on. They've literally took that away so they can pay for the World Cup.
As I was saying.
Wow. Just wow. It's really pissed me off. Wow. No.
What I wanted to say though, just before, I know it's bad, mate.
Bad is a fucking mistake. It's disgusting.
Yeah. But to be fair,
It's just disgusting.
what are they supposed to do about it? What are they supposed to do about it?
Start building the bloody thing early. That was a good start.
That would have been a good start, I think. Just
Probably
there's
contract
a little
the
quick.
S-Team building services.
No, because we just make it wrong. We make it worse.
That's the whole point.
We'd end up building the stadium not in Brazil. Welcome to the Brazilian / England World Cup final. All England matches will be played in the former home of Swifty FC.
You should have named our team up for that, you know.
Can I just make a good point there? As we know, Chester Football Club got relegated last year, earlier this year.
Oh.
However, they could get a reprieve back into the conference. And the reason why is because Hereford haven't been able to pay off their debts and stuff, and they'll find out on Thursday or sometime beforehand whether that Hereford will get demoted down or Chester will be playing in the conference next year. Please let Chester back into the conference, because it's just like, it's round here.
It's nowhere near here.
I know, it's not.
You're the kind of person to say Nigeria's like round the corner.
If you're on a plane.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And people now understand why I have to put it in.
What you have to put up with? What about me?
Tell you. Okay.
Right, I'm just going to get my news stories up. Mike, I know you said you probably had something.
No, I've said it, haven't I?
What was it?
Oh, what did Steve? Go on, keep going.
No, I thought you said you had your thing that you were going to bring up.
Yeah, just do yours first.
I can't, because I've still got to get it up and it's going to take time.
Just unfortunate crashing. That happened in Saturday morning. Chasing morning.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Go on, you talk about this one.
Basically, he was in a limo and a warm-up. Someone in a lorry crashed into him and he's in critical condition. Someone had died. Apparently, he's a comedy writer. Yeah, all the best for recovery from Chasing morning.
What show was he on?
30 Rock.
30 Rock, that's it. And it was really,
He's in thingy as well. I think he's in what's it called? Cop Out or something.
I think it was Cop Out, isn't it?
Basically, your eyes, what's the name of
Oh, here we go.
the Law and Order special victims unit?
I worry why you watch Law and Order. Because most of your law generally does come from Law and Order. Well, my American friends, I'm going to plant this flag and it means that I can do what I want.
No, just because I watch American TV shows doesn't mean I literally just like, you know. But like I don't know what to say. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that I generally just like to watch TV every so often, and it was like I had nothing to do, and I thought, well, there you go, I'll watch a bit of this. And after a bit, I was like, I can't be asked. Yeah.
I've got two very bizarre American stories for us.
For fuck's sake, we're British, for fuck's
I know, but I like to just remind people that we're not retarded compared to the Americans, and I think
Wow.
that's unfair.
Wow, and that's really going to help our American viewers just...
We have no American... Well, we have one listener who lives in Detroit, but they agree with us.
No, but still, that's not fair on them. They're
Let's
like,
be fair.
oh, these
Let's be
Brits
fair.
are quite sound. The next thing they're going to know is like, yeah, they're just retards.
No.
They
no,
could
I
be
didn't
like,
say-
wow,
No, I didn't
wow.
say that. I did not say that. What I said was they're more retarded than we are. I'm not saying
Hence.
they're not retards. That's the thing, because we've done some very bizarre stuff.
Yes, like you've gone to
Well, let's
Scotland.
be honest, Mikey. Let's be honest. Would a Brit do this? I just drove and drove with a dead girlfriend.
Ah, but what happens if you didn't know she died? Right.
Mike, just listen to the story. A Michigan man talks about driving nearly 1,900 miles across the country with his girlfriend's corpse in the passenger seat and his wheelchair-bound mum in the back of his van.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's okay.
Yeah, let's just say, would a British man do that, Mike? Let's be fair. First things first, Britain's not 1,900 miles. Just to put that in.
That's not 900. No.
It's not even that.
It is, it's on there. No, it's the span.
Actually, it's just funny. Someone did a picture of the, you know, the Proclaimers. They did that song, "I Walk 500 Miles." Someone did an actual circumference on a map saying, "This is how far the Proclaimers would walk." It was dead funny. I was laughing at it. I just thought, well, you've walked it just to the edge of Italy. That's pretty far. But yeah, apparently what happened was is like his girlfriend had died like earlier the week, during the week.
Mm.
And he put his girlfriend's corpse in the body, and I think his mum had like an accident at the same time, so he drove him to a specialist hospital. He also thought that he could save his girlfriend,
You know,
even though she's been dead for like nearly a week. Yeah. No Brit goes that mad, Mike.
Brits don't have brains, they have.
It's a Brit.
They said the Brits don't go that mad.
Well, alright, well, Brits don't go that mad then. And also in America, a 94-year-old has just graduated from high school.
Oh, yeah, it's all that age. She's bringing up a family and stuff.
No, this is lucky.
Oh.
Alright, now this other story basically sums up America as America. But this is brilliant. I've seen this today. Oh yeah, I seen this yesterday, rather. Mikey, would you live in the woods?
Excuse me?
Would you live in the woods, man? If you had the option to, would you live in the woods?
I'm kind of scared what you're going to ask me now.
No, would you live in the woods? That's a simple question. You had it like...
That's a simple
No,
question.
there's no...
To the likes of
no,
me.
No. I'm going to ask you it again. No little jokes aside, no nothing. Would you live in the woods?
Have you heard how many people get murdered in woods each year?
So would you say yes or no?
Fuck no.
Right, okay. That's all you had to say. There was no thing to it.
Just where you can, what,
I'm just gonna
do you
be
want to live
honest.
in the woods, Mike? It's like,
Deep in the Oregon woods and rolling hills outside of Portland, orchids appear. Trees, plants.
that's generally
And a
what
Boeing
happens in it.
727 appears to have landed at the top of a steep dirt driveway encircled by towering pines. For Bruce Campbell, this is home. He lives in a Boeing 727 in a wood. This is his house, Mike.
What a ledge. I'm sorry, who...
I knew you'd like this. I knew for a fact you'd like this.
I thought it crashed or something, but if it landed, like, perfectly...
Complete with wings and landing gear resting on pillars. He had a vision in 1999 to save the tired jetliners from becoming scrap metal by reusing them.
How much do you reckon that fucking cost to insure?
I really don't.
Hi, I just want to insure a Boeing 737, please. 27. Sir, do you have a pilot's license? No, I actually don't, thanks. But, you know, it's just I'm going to be using it as a new house kind of thing, yeah.
Well, it doesn't actually, you know, he couldn't pay too much for the plane. But he got given it, obviously. But he was a former electrical engineer with an airport, so... Campbell was in his early 20s when he paid around $23,000, which is about 17 grand pounds sterling, for 10 acres on which his plane rests. His original... Oh, you're going to love this. His original plan was to make a home from freight vans. Carried stuff with stuff in it. So if he needed to move house,
This guy is...
that is amazing.
Imagine the car, yeah. Nobody lives around there. Next thing.
Oh, sorry, no, sorry. He got some of the stuff for free, but the plane itself cost, have a guess in dollars.
$175,250,000 and 25 cents and a Mars bar.
$175,000. That weren't too far out. It's actually $220,000. Not too far out though, to be honest. Bear in mind, Boeing cost a lot more than that to make.
How the fuck has he managed to get that much money to do that?
They do get at an airport. You do get ridiculous pay, from what I've heard. In America, anyway.
America.
Campbell is still working to restore some of the plane's original features, such as the cockpit, the flight stairs, the working toilets, and a new battery to replace my bloody Kindle because it's just crashed again. Well, that's gone well.
Kindle shit.
LED lights and stuff. I think it's just because it's overheating. I have had it all day.
It's a bear camp. You can't really overheat in this one.
Well, you can. But what do you think for awesomeness out of 10? What would you give them? Maybe we should do something like this from every week. Someone does a project and we give them a score out of 10. We do like a little chart or something.
For effort, I'll give him 6. Come on, yeah.
What? But just for effort?
Yeah.
You give him 9 alone to do that.
No. I give myself a 9 for getting out of bed before 8 o'clock.
That's not hard.
But it's me.
It's still not hard.
It's me.
It's still not hard. You used to get up before 8 for school every day.
You're joking, aren't I?
You get up at 8:01.
Pause it out. I'll be like,
yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Just another American thing. Did you see 50 Cent pitch?
oh man.
That is the worst. People just go check it out. 50 Cent pitch. And basically, baseball is like softball, but with more padding. I know. I've never seen a pitch as bad as that.
Have you seen some of them up there?
You see people. I do the one. I'm the one who does the American news, but really the true American is sitting just on, well, not sitting, lying down opposite me, going, "I dreamed to be a Texan one day, roll around on that farmhouse with my shotgun." You gotta be honest, that's a decent American accent. I haven't pretty much got that now.
Decent-ish. But the fact you think I would have lived in Texas, I want nothing against Texas, but...
It's only one part of Texas that is genuinely that stereotype. The rest of it's not too bad.
Can I tell you one
Corey Coleman and them, and Waco as well, they're Texas.
I know.
And they're not like, where I wear a cowboy hat, well, I got a bigger cowboy hat. The size of your state's dependent on your cowboy hat.
Did you know if Texas were to break off from the United States, they could become an individual country? Because it's states when they joined the United States.
And the year was when they joined, Mike?
I really don't know.
Go on, give it a guess.
I really don't
You
know.
played Assassin's Creed 3, go on, give it a bash.
It's a game.
I know, but it's not, but Declaration of Independence is signed in the game, they're not going to mess that up. I'm
You
only
are-
saying that for you because
You are
haven't got
a
a bloody clue.
fucking retard, aren't you?
No.
The Declaration of Independence was the independence of the United Kingdom.
Yes, I know.
Not
But it
the
was
whole...
signed in America.
Yes. By who? And for how many states?
It wasn't all 50 at the time.
Yeah.
It was Washington signed it.
Congress.
General Putnam signed it.
It's funny how you only know this because you played Assassin's Creed.
No, I do actually know this. I do know some Americans. John Hancock, which is where in America you put your John Hancock down because that's what their word for signature is. Is this?
Signature.
No, it's not. They say put your John Hancock down. Honestly, that's genuinely what they say.
So here you go. Any Yankee viewers here, tear out and actually say to us what is it? Do you say signature or John Hancock?
If I Google this now,
Google. Do you know what's funny about Google? It's not always true.
either you, but yeah.
Yeah, but everyone loves me.
That could be very highly debated by some people. That isn't me.
I know people that.
John Hancock, legible signature on the American definition. What do Americans call their signature? John Hancock.
I don't believe it. Let's see. I want to see it right now because I don't believe it.
This is actually said by an American. Sure, it is coming from. Why do Americans call their signature a John Hancock? Does anyone know how or where that term originated? An American answered this. It is Americanism that was named after John Hancock because of the boldness and legibility of his signature. He was also the first signer, so he wrote it bigger than anyone else.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
It's like Declaration of Independence, otherwise known as the Bill of Rights. Yes. It is, Mike. It is. It just is, and you
You
don't
know
like
what?
being wrong,
Neither
and
do
you
you.
hate being wrong, and it's so funny because you're just like, shut up, Jack. Don't make me look like a muppet.
Says the guy who turned around and stormed out of his own bedroom, right? Because the fact I said MX5 for shit and S2000s were better 10 seconds later. Oh, for fuck's sake, fuck off. And you walked out your room. Sorry, if you're telling me to F off, wouldn't it be me, Mike, and that's me to leave? Not for you to leave your own room. It's like, wow, this is interesting.
When you get to that point when you just cannot be asked.
Oh, I have that many times with you.
I have that every time I'm with you.
Wow. That shows how much of a good friend Jack is. Anyway, that is for your American trivia.
That is essentially it for the thing. Oh, wait, no, hang on.
Oh, fuck.
I've got a brain wreck list for you.
A what?
Brain wreck list for you.
Oh, we talk about the pitch, weren't we? That's weird, some of these pitches, you know. Due to the baseball. Like, a couple of them are like really good. Like, there's gymnasts, like, they're doing flips and everything. Like, look, you're going to throw the ball. You're asking you to, like, throw your leg over here and everything and
Listen,
do all
people,
this.
listen, people, I know Mike's appearing to be saying that. And you don't need to be doing that. I mean, you can just throw the ball. But what Mikey's secretly hiding people is the genuine fact, apart from the fact that the mic's fallen over the game because of you.
Oh,
Is that
right.
he loves watching women throw baseballs.
What the hell?
And you showed me one particular clip, and you must have watched it about 4 or 5 times.
No, it
There's
didn't.
this woman doing sort of like a front flip when
No,
she
it
throws
didn't.
it. And the first thing he
Oh,
said,
wow.
the first thing he said, people, was, "She's got nice legs." So you know what I mean.
Just wow. The fact you've actually got to lie to our viewers about this
No,
thing.
you're
is
so lying. You're so
how
lying.
disgusting. How misleading are you?
You're so. I call bullcrap, mate, because you know you're so wrong.
No,
And it's dead funny because you're just sitting there going, "Jack, shut up. Jack, shut
I'm
up.
not.
Jack, shut up."
No, that's your opinion.
It's my opinion and it's a fact.
No, it's not. Okay, moving on to
I've got
more.
one last thing before. Are you going to tell me your story, what you've got planned, or are you just going to go, oh, go?
What are your story?
This is the last thing I have.
Go on then, and then I'll go to me. What are we on now? An hour 10.
Yeah, we don't have to do 2 hours. We can just do an hour.
Anyway.
Or even, or however long it takes us to finish.
They're the best people.
When we hear stories about teachers getting suspended, it's normally for like foul language or relationships with students.
Bestiality. Fancyality.
A reference to last week's podcast, but genuine stuff that you'd understand. And Paul Rivett's just gone for a spin in his Toyota.
Hey, please, about
But have one guess why a teacher in the UK has been suspended today. This news story has just broke today, so that's why it's not in mainstream news. Have a guess why, without checking your phone and cheating.
Let me guess.
It's nothing of what I've just said. So
Something to do with. I don't know.
that to tell you the actual headline.
Yeah, fine.
Teaching assistant suspended after feeding pet treats to primary school kids.
I don't believe it. That's the one first. Go on, let's go.
No, shut up. I'm the one with the Kindle.
The woman said to have given the treats besides that
Five
saying
kids.
they were cookies or crackers. The school system.
Yeah, she'll just read my story out, Mike.
Okay.
The playtime age is said to have given the treat to dozens of 10 and 11-year-olds. Why?
I didn't notice this.
The treats may have been misrepresented as cookies or crackers. You don't say, mate.
Oh, these are awesome.
Then again, kids would eat anything, really, wouldn't they? Let's be fair. I think if we were so that. Student Gabriel Moore said he had eaten 3 of the biscuits and she made it like it was a joke that they were dog treats, and then she came around and said, no, they're cookies, they're fine.
I doubt you said it like that, like, yeah.
Can't do a 10-year-old voice. I'm sure you will be able to do one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why would... Sorry, people. Shut up, Mike. I can't believe you just done that.
Actually, honestly, I think too.
So go on then, Mike. You finished the last of our stories off. What have you got to say?
This
really
week we're going to do a return of the one of our world famous.
Oh no, Nursaw Stories is
Yeah,
returned.
Nurshaw's moments, mate. Boys were listening to the podcast the other day in college. You know, gave me some feedback. You know, great. Hey, get this.
What's he done?
They loved it last time, mate.
Bear in mind, people who are listening to this, I've never met this guy, but I feel like I know him.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You know, he's got that.
He must be a great guy if he can make it onto the podcast every week.
Hey,
Really.
what about Greedy and Paul as well?
Let's just...
They all like. Right.
So what's this Nursaw thing then? Go on.
I had a test the other day. You know, my last exam for college. Passed it for flying colours.
You got just in there before I made a joke, but go on.
Right. And it wasn't anything to do with anything like that, Jack. I did, like a child. And basically, literally, walk into the room. Oh, sit down. It's okay. It's the first question as well. Because it's 30 it's a 30 question exam. Oh yes. Can you laugh over here, Ken? Come here, Ken. Sit next to me, Ken. Come on. Sit there, Ken. Like we hadn't even started. Like the first question straight away. Oh, come here, Ken. Help us with this. He's like, you actually do it yourself. Like, yeah, I am doing it myself, but I need Ken's motivation. Yeah.
So during an actual exam, what Mr. Nursaw did was
He's trying to
essentially
get Ken
to answer the questions for him.
Yeah, essentially trying to ask.
I'll give him 10 out of 10 for boldness. That's all. I'll give him a 10
what
out
made
of 10
me
for
laugh the most,
stupidity as well.
the bit that made me laugh the most is, like, after, because we had the test, because I only had one day, we had like 2 or 3. We went down for break, and as we came back up, we were going up the stairs, the 4 of us, and I went up the stairs, and I didn't know they weren't behind me, so I went up the stairs, turned around, and they'd legged it, like, left me on my own. So I'm like standing there, there's a bunch of motorcycles just sitting in front of me. Yeah, just like, look at this guy. So I literally just pissed themselves off me. Just left me on my own. But the bit that
Dean, well played, lad.
right, this is what is the pinnacle of it, right? He got to lunch, we started listening to the podcast, to get it going. And they listened to the one where we talk about the Kragen the backseat and stuff. You know what it said about the mistakes, and he goes, oh fuck it, was that fucking retard that did it?
Oh, yeah.
I was laughing his tits off and everything. He's like, I'm famous. I was like, alright.
You're famous to about 3 people, and one of them's you.
Yeah. Nah, but just a little shout out to the boys. Yeah.
The way that Mikey does it, like, shout out to the boys, and most of them are probably people who care, to be honest.
They want it, don't they? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mikey capitulate under every demand.
The 3 boys shout out this week. We're going for great. Yeah.
We're going for, you mean you?
Yeah.
You, just you.
Greedy. Alright, boy. And Paul for you.
Pew, pew, pew.
Shots fired. I'm not too sure about Finley, to be fair. Dean Nursaw this week. I think he can suffice you. I think he can miss out a week. So, I don't think he deserves shout out this week.
You've already basically told a story about him, which basically
A story? But I'm not giving him a shout out, am I?
No, but you all. Anyway,
See, this is Dean if he was driving.
sadly people can't see it.
Here you go, give us your box. Turn it on now.
It's too late.
It isn't.
It's too late.
It's on. It's going.
Oh.
Basically,
Mikey's too lazy to get off his arm.
the money supermarket with Snoop Dogg and everything. And Dean's the fella, he just walks. Yeah. This is Dean, and he saved £300 on his car insurance. Now he feels.
Epic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then realise Dean doesn't have a car. Anyway,
that's it for this week.
no, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'll just make this last point then.
No, it's not.
Well, what is it then? What have you got? Anyway, so that's the end of the that's the end of the podcast
No,
for this
not.
week. I don't care. I'm
No,
going to
it's
keep carrying on.
No, it's not.
And if you want to follow us on Twitter, then feel free to just took the mic away from him without even looking.
Right, let me just make this point.
You're silly.
Right, let's make this point clear. No.
Leave it.
Leave. My time to shine, bitch. My time to rule the mic. Okay?
No.
Yeah, you've had the past, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I've had 5 minutes.
Good. What are you going to say then? Come on. Apart from the fact that Rita Ora is now single, but carry on.
Who?
Rita Ora? Oh, babe, you just you've no idea, do you?
No.
Anyway, carry on.
Should be there.
No.
Okay, I'll
Find
find it.
it for yourself.
Okay.
And then spend most of the time in your bedroom self-harming.
No. I'm not like you. Sorry.
Go on, Mike.
You've got to witness the truth, Jack. You are.
Mike, go on!
There's no need to shut my name. Right. Right.
No.
Next year, Miami. Plus the year after.
Year after. Let go. Let go, child. Because eventually no one's going to be able to hear you now because you've been messing with the mic.
I haven't been messing with the mic. You've turned it off, haven't you?
No, it's still on. It's still on. You could have just looked at that.
I could see behind your fat head.
I can't see anything
Yours.
past you. Boo! It's a par! It's a
Wow.
par. Observe,
Wow.
deliver the par.
Wow.
Are you going to just say this thing, or am I just going to end the podcast now?
Wow. You're now going to take the piss out of my mate.
I have not done that.
Oh my god, you just have. You literally just have. Oh my fucking god.
Didn't realise you were a religious man.
I'm not really.
What were you going to say? Come on. You've just basically drawn out 5 extra minutes of bullcrap.
To be fair, I think 5 days could last, considering we quote 1 hour, 10 minutes of bullshit every week.
Yeah.
So you can't really.
Mikey, what were you going to say? He's forgotten.
I actually can't remember.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, anyone else got a PS3 at the time being? They've got a little team, you know. PS2 or FIFA.
We know FIFA 14 and a lot of people
Or
play
FIFA 13. I don't know. Or PS4 developments. To anyone else looking for a good PS4, right? No, I'm just saying good deal.
I've just realised something I needed to say about the PlayStation 4. Carry on, because I'm trying to remember what it was.
At the time being, best offer I'd found, and you can thank me for this by buying me a pint or something, I don't know. Or a big one, anyway. Best deal I could find on the market is game, 400 quid, The Wolf of Wall Street, Wolfenstein, Ghosts, Ghosts, and the game starter pack. You get a big headset, a charging kit for your controllers, and a stand for your PlayStation 4. And that's £400.
A lot of money.
Compared to how much it is for all them, the other ones where you get one game.
But Game have always been, in the UK, Game have always been sort of the big...
You will buy
I mean, it used to be Game and Game Station, but now they're the same thing. So it's basically like the powers of Ultimate have just come together to...
I really don't like it.
They are. Game and Game Station were the Ultimate back in the day.
Yeah.
No, they're not. I just want... What's that thing I was looking for? I know, but I can't remember what it was.
Just to help the world understand, there's any girls out there who don't go to Jack, which Jack recently explained he likes the penis, and I'm sorry girls, but, you know, you can't, there's still this lanky, afro-haired, Jeremy Carter.
That's what I was going to say before Mikey started talking bullshit.
It's not me.
It is.
It's me. I mean, I see you have she's gay with her.
So, you know, this coming from... Oh, I'm not even going to shout it out because
Right,
you'll just go mad.
Go on, no, go on.
This coming from the man who
Has monsters reserved.
has another...
Never had a girlfriend.
Never had a girlfriend.
Keep going, yeah.
Hasn't kissed a woman.
Okay.
You just...
And, I was okay. I just haven't met the right person. Where's you? Hey, you!
I've never met the right person.
You are the biggest, you are the biggest manslag. No, I'm sorry, Richie.
You wish you were in my position.
Yes.
just envy and jealousy. One thing I was going to say is...
Yes!
PS4 have
Yes!
I don't know if you can get it on your crap phone, but
Wow.
no offence, some of the apps that you should be able to get on your phone, you can't. Yeah,
Wow.
I've got a point. There's a PS3 E3 app, and they're doing live streams so you can watch all the E3 stuff that's going on. And I just wanted to mention that to people because this week is going to be one hell of a week. And this month, rather, is going to be one hell of a week.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different things happening. We've got Soccer Aid today as well. This is good. And I don't know. Yeah, I've seen that. And one last thing. Actually, you know what? No, I'll bring that up in 2 weeks' time because he's completely forgotten about it, and it happens every year, so I can't wait. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow Mikey at What can you follow him?
Mikey Keating. Just search Mikey Keating up to the second back.
Or you can follow me, JackTN53 on Twitter.
And the ST.
And the ST, and we've got a Facebook page.
Oh, soon be producing a Twitter page, which will.
We might produce a Twitter page, I don't
We
know.
might. We will.
We will, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, fuck off.
Fair enough, we will.
And yeah, that's been it. Thanks very much for listening. If you have actually been bothered. And
And thanks to Jack's mum and dad for the hospital. No, wait. I'd just like to thank Jack, your family, for
letting you in every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've been the ST.